What up, Dokkaners? Welcome back to Toonami for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Today's video is going to be all about the Extreme EZArea Challenge event, the newest iteration to hit global for the Hero Extermination Plan unit. So this is, I'm really excited for this because this is the start of something amazing. I mean, when we first saw Extreme EZAreas back when, what was it, the Android Cell Saga free-to-play units dropped, I knew that this was going to be the way that they were going to bring older units into relevancy. But this one in particular has me most excited because they are tackling a bunch of units. Not all at once, but incrementally. So what I wanted to do in this video was break down the terms and conditions of this event, if you will. There are a couple units that you have to bring, some units that you can bring if you want to. It might be a challenge for some people who don't necessarily grind out free-to-play units. You might be just totally pay-to-play. So hopefully this video will serve as a useful tool for those of you who are unfamiliar with Extreme EZArea challenge events to help you prepare for this. If you've already done this on JP, you already know how it goes, so this won't be as helpful for you, but still maybe you'll learn something. So this is the newest iteration, like I said, and this one's functioning a little differently because at the moment, you can only awaken one unit, but that's going to change in about a couple weeks. So basically an Extreme EZArea is where you fight the same level multiple times, going in different directions from the paths that are available to amass the EZA medals that you would typically get from a standard 1 through 30 level progression. So it is cheaper in the sense that they're not giving us as many stones, which is the main complaint for a lot of people. But the reason why I like it is because it's a change of pace. It's something different. It's a new challenge that forces you to dial back the power scaling to the more basic units, and it adds a challenge in that way because you're not actually focusing on sheer power, you're focusing on strategy and using your more basic units to overcome this event. So the units that you have to bring are these two. This is the big issue because a lot of people don't have these two units, especially the second one. So Whis and Hatchiyack, these two units can be acquired from the Hero Extermination Plan event. So the details say, this event will only become available after clearing the stages of the following limit events, Hero Extermination Plan and Evil Power Strikes Back. So if you haven't even done those, this event won't even show up. On top of that, you can only challenge this event with the specified characters. There are also characters that need to be included on your team when taking on this event. The ones that have to be there are these two. You can get those from the Hero Extermination event, which is now permanently available. So these two used to only be available on weekends. You gotta go through all of the levels. If you haven't done this before, you get free stones, so there really should not be any complaint here. But you go through all I think each one has like 24 or 23 stages. Yeah, 24 on each. And on the Evil Power Strikes Back, you can get Whis on level 20. And then I think on the Hero Extermination Plan, the regular one, I think you get the Hatchiyack. Yeah, stage 20. So complete all 24 of both of those, 48 stones, right? Come back here, and then you do this. And so you have to bring those two. Whether or not you put hidden potential orbs into them is completely up to you. The great thing about Whis is that he's got a little extra passive going for him than just being a lame unit. Hatchiyack is pretty much useless. We're going to go over these units in a little more detail in a second, but yeah, just keep in mind you have to bring these two, one of which is a huge dead weight. And then the other units that you can choose from are all of these guys. Now, what do these guys have in common? Basically, all of them awaken using medals that are acquired from the Hero Extermination Plan and the Evil Power Strikes Back events. That is the bond that links all of these units together. Okay, now let's jump over to the Dokkan Wiki, take a look at all of the units, and see what they're made of. This one's going to be tough to decide who to bring and who not to bring, but hopefully this video will give you some idea as to who you should and who you shouldn't. Because what's kind of weird is all of these guys, eventually when they get their EZAs, they're going to be very, very nice. But the first few rounds are going to be a little tough because you're not going to have any real good leads, as well as units that just don't support. These guys don't correlate very well with one another. Let's begin. Right now, as of this moment, level 1 is the only one that's available. Depending on when you're watching this, level 2 might have appeared, or level 3. For global, the first batch of EZAs will be happening over the first 3 weeks. So right now, we are about to end the first week of this EZArea, which means after the end of this week, we'll be given a second unit that can be EZA'd. So if you've already done the level 1 EZA, then you have a pretty good head start as far as doing the rest of these. We have a total of 8 EZA-able units. These guys will not be showing up for some time. The first set will probably hold us over for maybe a couple months. I don't really remember how the timetable went on JP. But anyway, that's besides the point. For right now, you're trying to start from 0. That's the toughest situation. So let's take a look at all of the units. I tried to order this somewhat in a way that allowed us to see the better leader skills as opposed to the lesser leader skills, because when you're running this, you're only going to be given a friend special unit, and that unit, I believe, was this guy. Yes. So you will be getting a friend unit that has this leader skill, and at this current moment on this event, that is the best leader skill that you can get. And unfortunately, at this current moment, no global player has a unit that can do this out of the ones that we have to choose from. All of these guys down here have useless leader skills that do not apply to all types. Who do you choose? Well, the answer for me is Piccolo, for right now. Now, there's no right answer, there's no wrong answer. I'm giving you my opinions, and I've organized these units in a way that I feel is best for team building for right now. But the second that you complete Stage 1's EZA, let's say you have that AGL Goku, and you EZA him all the way up to this leader skill, boom, you're done. From now on, all your runs, just use this guy as your lead. You're good to go. But the problem is some of you may not have this unit, so you gotta be able to figure out creative ways around that. So the best option, in my opinion, would be the Piccolo. Attack and defense plus 30% when HP is 80% or below. This is pre-ZA. He's not going to be EZAing until 2 more weeks, so you're not going to be able to get the full effect of this guy. You're only going to have the 30% attack and defense buff. Now, the reason why I prefer this is because your units are already scaled so down, the links are so low, the damage output is so low, the defense is so low, that you're likely going to fall under 80% immediately after the first maybe 1 hit from the enemy. Maybe 2 hits, you're probably going to drop below 80%, which will then in turn give you this bonus skill for the rest of the fight. You do not get to use items in these fights. So you are fighting with the most basic of basic units and no items, and only one semi-decent Goku lead right here as the default friend unit. So I feel like this is the best overall that you could use given the situation, but I could be wrong. This is just my opinion. But let's take a look at the next guy, the AGL Kaioken Goku. So this guy is an all-types lead, which is nice. HP and attack plus 30%. Now, obviously, that's still nowhere near what we're used to seeing. We see all-types keep plus 3, blah, 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 blah. But again, we're trying to work with what we got, and this is one of the better leader skills that we've got right now. So if you have this Kaioken Goku, you have to awaken him by using 7 Kaioken Goku medals from the Hero Extermination event. When you do, you get this guy. He also does pretty well for himself, given what basic units we're working with. Greatly raises attack and causes supreme damage to the enemy. This guy has not been given any EZA yet, neither on Global or JP, so in the future when he does get one, he will be very, very nice. So in the future, if you start picking up units like this, try not to get rid of them. Actually, when I was trying to summon for Cooler, I ended up pulling about 3 or 4 of these EZArea units. This was one of them. So he is a nice lead skill to have for right now. And his passive, just don't worry about it. Don't expect anything special. This guy's the same exact thing. HP and attack 30% for all types, cause supreme damage. Yes, it's good. And then here's the Goku. Right now, you're only going to have this leader skill. You're not going to have this one. Until you finish Stage 1, you're only going to be working with this. The reason why I put this among the top leader skills is because of the fact that he provides support for AGL and physical. Why is that relevant? The reason that's relevant is because you have to bring these 2 losers on your team. One of which is a real loser, which I feel bad about because I really like hatchiyack. Hatchiyack is the dead weight. He's going to provide nothing for you. His leader skill is bad, his passive is useless, and his attack is weak. So this guy's going to be on your team. So if you need to help cushion the blow from hits that you might possibly take from hatchiyack, you want to have leads that kind of help them out. So that's why AGL and physical leads are a great option because it helps soften the damage that you may take. The reason why this guy's not a total deadweight is because he can stun. He has a 25% chance to stun, and he can recover all HP once when your HP falls below 30%, which on this stage, given the situation that we're dealing with our weak units, this might actually happen quite a bit, and since you can't use any items, he's actually very useful. So it's this guy you got to worry about. So that's why this Goku's pre-ZA leader is actually pretty decent. Up next is the free-to-play Super Saiyan Goku. Now this guy can be attained from the gem shop. I think he was also a year 1 celebration. I don't know, I wasn't around during that time. But he just looks like a celebration anniversary unit. I think he was an anniversary unit. Or you know what? I think he's actually from the very first banner that you have when you start Dokkan. So he TURs into this guy. He doesn't have an EZA, but he has a kind of decent leader skill. He provides support for AGL, Tech, and STR, HP attack plus 30%. Unfortunately, no physical support, but he does provide AGL support. HP and attack, if he had defense, it'd be better, but he doesn't. But the reason why he's up here is because of his passive skill. All allies key +2, that's the main thing. It doesn't even matter what the rest of this is. Actually, that does help too. When HP is 50% or above, he will provide attack plus 20% for all allies. But the key +2 is the main thing because you're not going to have much key to go around. So having units like this is tremendously helpful. Just a couple supers. That's all you really need for this level 1 event. And you can buy this guy from the Incredible Jump Shop. So if you're one of those people who's kind of freaking out looking at all these units going, oh, what do I use? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 free-to-play units available. So the Goku, the Whis, the Piccolo, the Gohan, and the Hatchiyack. 5 free-to-play units that you can choose from. And if you don't have a 6th one out of all of these, you'll have to bring a Cyberman, which kind of sucks, but still. 5 out of 6, not bad. Up next, we have the Super Saiyan 2 Goku. This guy's definitely not free to play, but he is one of the most ancient units in the game. So if you're a longtime player, actually, if you've just been playing in general, you've probably summoned at least once on this guy. He's one of those units that you never get hyped for. You instantly think, all right, 10,000 points. Boom, right? This guy, don't even look at his EZA, because it's not going to matter, but his leader skill is the same as the free-to-play version. So he provides stat support for AGL, Tech, and STR. The great thing about this guy is he provides key +3 for all allies when HP is 99% or below. So basically, from the start of the fight, after you take one slap, boom, you instantly get key +3 for everybody. If you got this guy, you must have him on the team. But as far as the leader skill goes, he does rank in the middle tier compared to the ones that I've mentioned in the previous few. The Piccolo, the Goku, Kaioken, Mini Goku, Super Saiyans. Yeah, this guy ranks a little lower. He's in the same tier as this guy, but the fact that these two both provide key support is great. Both can be used on the same team. One is Super Saiyan 1, one is Super Saiyan 2. If you got both, you might be insured a super attack whenever they're both there along with your... Yeah, you're insured a super attack. So definitely add him if you can. And then the other Goku that provides key support is this guy, but we're trying to focus on the leads. Now this guy actually is pretty decent because he covers both attack and defense as well as HP. So STR and physical type, HP, attack, and defense plus 30%. The reason why he's also mid-tier is because the typings, there's only 2 types, not good. He only boosts the physical type, really the one that matters, the one useless guy. You can't really use him anyway, so that's why he is unfortunately not too great as a leader. But look at this. There's no condition here. Key +2, attack plus 20% for all allies. This is gold. So if you got him, use him. When he EZAs, he's so much better, but again, it doesn't matter. Up next, we've got the Super Saiyan 2 Goku Tech version. This guy is also a very specific lead for Tech and Strength, which is why he ranks kind of low, but he does do immense damage. So if you are able to ensure a super attack, or if you have no other choice and you got to bring this guy, try to get this guy to use a super attack because he will cause the most amount of damage out of anyone on this entire roster. He is the only immense damager. He also provides key +3 for Tech and Strength, which is good because he basically boosts himself. That's all that matters. No other passives. This is a very, very basic, but I still like it. This is a very basic Extreme Z area challenge. Up next, the Super Saiyan Gohan. This unit is going to be the second unit to receive an EZA on this first phase of the global Extreme Z area for this roster. This guy provides bonuses for AGL, Int, and Physical, so this is already very nice. HP and attack 25%. Actually, I probably should rank this guy a little higher, but they're all the same. It's all kind of blending together. You understand where I'm going with this. AGL and Physical, that right there is a plus because he will help both Whis and Hatchiyack, and he provides HP and attack 25%. Causes supreme damage, and he only gives himself key +4, but still, that's very nice given what I said, how this team is going to be struggling with key. So, great asset for the team, but as a lead, if you have nobody else, maybe use this guy. Up next, we have the Super Saiyan Vegeta Tech. He provides Tech, Int, and STR types, attack and defense plus 30%. Not that great, because we don't have either the physical or the AGL here, so I ranked him a little lower. He does do less damage with the Extreme Multiplier, as well as... Well, actually, his passive is not that bad. He provides key for himself, so that's good. Then we have the Majin Vegeta. This guy, I really, really like Majin Vegeta. This is the only one that I have, which is sad. No, actually, I have the Strength one. But yeah, this guy is just, he's lame. He doesn't even give himself ki. He does do mass damage, which is great. He has a chance to stun everybody, but you're only going to be fighting one enemy. This guy's pretty irrelevant for this. If you can avoid using him, I'd suggest you do that, because he's just not going to help too much. Although, I should say, for stage 1, you are fighting Super Saiyan AGL Goku, so you will have type advantage, so maybe you can use him as a shield. Up next, we have Int Super Saiyan Trunks, Tech, Int, STR types, HP attack 25%. Cause supreme damage, he gives himself some ki. You see where I'm going with this, and now we're heading to the next tier. Now, actually, as I was making this video, I was thinking to myself, this may not actually be the worst thing in the world, because if you have a leader that provides ki +3, and then your default friend unit also provides ki +3, that does help you in the sense you're trying to get super attacks off. So, now that I think about it, this may not be low tier, but you do sacrifice a lot of stats to do this. So if you happen to have Majuub, maybe consider using him as a lead. You will get ki +3, but you get no stats. And he does have a nice super attack where he will nerf the enemy, so if you're worried about, dying, maybe you can use this guy to nerf a couple of times. And then the other unit that does this is the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. He also provides ki +3, but only for 3 types, Tech, STR, and Physical, so keep that in mind. And yeah, it's actually not that bad. But these guys, I feel, are the worst. So if you can avoid using these guys, please do so, because these are not going to help you nearly as much as the other ones. These guys give you attack +30% for all types. I mean, yeah, it's nice. All types get a little bit of a boost, but if you can't get some defense in there or some HP, you're just running on attack, it's going to be a little bit more challenging to survive, especially if you can't get your supers off. You've got no items. Keep that in mind. Then the Piccolo is just a downgrade version of that. He is free, though. You can attain him from the gem shop. So if you do, he's actually probably one of your best. He is the best unit for stage 1, because he will take half damage when guard is activated, and when he's got type advantage, he will guard. So this is actually a very, very useful skill to have when you're fighting stage 1 of the Extreme Z area. Extreme Z area stage 1 will be against Goku AGL. So yeah. Piccolo is a nice one to have, and then the other one will be the STR Gohan. You can also get him from the Baba shop. HP +30%. Do not use this as your lead, please. It's so bad. Causes huge damage to the enemy, attack +50%. And I think that is it for the units. And then, as I mentioned before, the 2 units you have to bring, Whis and Hatchiyack. Honestly, don't bother putting orbs into these guys. If you are really nervous about beating this event enough times to get the EZAs, don't be. These are very, very basic challenges. I'm going to show you a run right now, because I was a little nervous myself, because I was very much contemplating putting orbs into Hatchiyack. I kid you not. I have, out of all of these units, I have 3 of them with orbs in them. 4 of them, actually. The Tech Goku with the immense damage multiplier. The Whis, because I've used him on Super Battle Road runs. The free-to-play Piccolo. And the Physical Piccolo, because the Physical Piccolo is a rare one with the group defense boosting capabilities, plus I have a ton of physical orbs. Actually, I put another set into this guy. So yeah, I don't have a full enough team with hidden potential units. So actually, I'm going to be running with a couple guys who are just on empty, and it's actually not that bad. I did run through it once. So what we're going to do now is show a sample run of this EZArea. I already beat the super one, so I'm going to show you that again. This is the only friend that you could use, and this is your only real viable lead. See that? All types ki +3. So he will be the one that carries your team, and this is the team that I used. So for me, Piccolo is the leader. After 1 or 2 slaps, this guy's leader skill will kick in for everybody. And then Whis, with some dodging and some additionals, he will hopefully be useful. If the worst should happen, we will get a heal from him. And then he will be my main damager, the Super Saiyan 2 Goku. But the problem is, I gotta get some supers. And when I did this run before, I don't think I actually got a single super off with that Super Saiyan 2 Goku. So when you go right on the super difficulty, these gold capsules will give you the rainbow medals. On these Extreme Z areas in the past, we have occasionally been given those question mark panels, which give you a little extra. I don't know if that's the case on this one. I'm assuming it is, but I have yet to see it since this is my second run. So, actually, right off the bat, we do have a pretty nice situation. The reason being, the lead EZA Goku provides ki support for everybody, I think. Oh, no, he doesn't. Okay. So, it's not even that. It's just the links. Perfect. I don't know if we'll kill him. Maybe we will. We'll see. But, wow, this is the luckiest I've been on this run. We have all supers. That's not going to happen too often on this very first stage. But once again, once you EZA this first level, once you clear this first level, and you get your copy of that AGL Super Saiyan Goku to EZA status, you will then have Ki plus 3 as your lead, you'll have a Ki plus 3 as the friend lead, and then boom, you've got a dual Ki plus 3 led team. And look at that, we took 45k from a super, and then we took 15k from a slap. So this is what you're dealing with on this event. Some people don't like it, I understand. I like it because it kind of takes me back to like the Pokemon days, where you're starting out the game, your Pokemon are like level 2 or 3, and you're fighting other not gym leaders. You're fighting other trainers who have like level 2 or 3 Pokemon. Obviously, this is not the big leagues. It doesn't really amount to much, but it's still a challenge, right? Because you're both on the level playing field. That's kind of how I see this. So there you go. The Whis was the one that actually gave the finishing touch, and that is it. Just run this a couple times on each section. You've got 2 sections on the super difficulty, you've got 2 sections on the Z hard difficulty. Get them done, and then you are complete. Finish the gold, the silver, and the bronze. So hopefully this video was a little enlightening for you, just to give you some idea of what you got to work with here. I know it can be annoying. If you don't have these units, you're kind of up a creek. But like I said, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 free-to-play units that you can get. And if you don't have these units, let this be a lesson to you. When these units are given to you for free, get them. They are free. Take them. Why not? So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments if you have an entire team built up from all of these units, or are you one of those people struggling to scrap a JV team like this together? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future, and click that notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Do it. Thanks again, stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.